Okay, YouTube, come on now. Time to get real about this here thing. You know what this is? Welcome to Danette's Kitchen. Let's start off with that. Welcome to Danette's Kitchen. I know I don't have a lot of subscribers, but I thank you. I thank all of you that are faithful subscribers and watch my videos on um, kitchen, food, etc. Everything that's related to food, household, being prepared, and knowing how to take care of your stuff. Now, if you saw my previous video, today is June 15th, 2021. My previous video, I was talking about the fact that I was having some plumbing issues, so I wasn't able to do any cooking or anything for a while. Plumbing issues in the bathroom and in the kitchen. So I go online looking for one of those home repair things, where you get the referral from an organization and they're like, oh, we'll connect you to plumber fork or plumber spoon. So it was like, oh, well, okay. And they tell you the price up front. This is how, they ask what the issue is. I told what the issue was for the two areas, and they said, well, this is the amount that we want to charge, blah, blah, blah. And okay, cool, I'll work with that. A little steep, but I guess that's how it is in the plumbing business. I'll work with it. Schedule for the plumber to come. Number one, the night before he's supposed to come, ring a ding, 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 ding. Can we change that time to like 6 hours later than I'm supposed to come? No, because I already scheduled for when you're supposed to come. So I expect people to come because I already scheduled when they're supposed to come. Well, that time's really not going to work for me. It's too early for me. Okay, then why have it online that's the time, one of the options that were available. If you're not available at that time, you should have just made it plain because I want someone that's going to be transparent. They're going to say something, they're going to do what they're saying. I ended up folding and pushing it off to another day. Today, Tuesday, instead of Monday. But in order to do this whole thing through that little online dilly bob, I had to pre register and approve for that amount to be held from my credit card. Okay, I'm thinking, okay, so it's going to take another day. So I'm going to watch and see how this unfolds. It's like throwing that spaghetti at the wall. See, is it going to stick or is it going to roll down off the wall? Anyway, keep sending me text, sending me text, sending me text. Okay, now, am I still coming over at 2 o'clock? And this and that? Yes, please do show up. So I go to work extra early, have to get off work early so that I can hustle and get back home. So I'm here before he comes so that we can get this taken care of. Goes in the bathroom, he gets that taken care of. Um, and that was some pre-existing hair thing because even though I do have quite a bit of hair, as you can tell, my hair is locked. It's kinky, and I don't like shove my head into the bathroom sink to try to shampoo my hair. So somebody else's hair was down in the drain. It was like a big old goo gob of hair. That was taken care of with the little snake dilly bob. Then he goes to the kitchen. And he's looking and he's checking it out. Oh, okay. I see what it is. It's the garbage disposal. It's rusted out, blah, 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 this, that, the other, and shorted out this. Okay. So you need to go get a part. Yeah, I need to go. He said, you can go get the part. No, you can go get the part. You're the professional. You're hired for a reason. You can go get the part. So it's like looking online. Um, uh, to online at a hardware store that I'm very familiar with from back in the time when I used to build tiny houses. It's like, oh, okay. There's a vast array of different garbage disposals. And I said, do we have to get the exact same model? Oh, you can choose whatever you want. Well, of course, I'm not going to choose the crappy one that's going to fall apart really quick. So, I try to choose a step up, the mid level um, garbage disposal, so I can get it replaced without having to pay a whole lot extra because obviously I'm going to have to pay for that part because he didn't come with that in his back pocket. So I'm online, order it, show it to him. I pay for it with my credit card, get the confirmation number. I said, it's there waiting for you. You can go ahead and pick it up. I will be here when you get back. He goes, eventually gets there, comes back with the part, puts it in. Doesn't take long for him to put it in, and somehow got this extra part, but I'm going to talk about this in a minute. So he puts it in and runs the water. Hey, see, that was so quick and easy, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, it was quick and easy. Took you maybe 15, 20 minutes after you had the parts. So why couldn't it have happened the day before? But I didn't want to get into all of that. I'm trying to stay sunshiny and happy. But seriously, come on. So he put it in, ran the water, and shone the light underneath. See, it's not raining under your sink anymore. It's working perfectly. Turned on the garbage disposal. Yay, it's working, it's working. So now I can actually use my dishwasher again and not have that issue again because the way the water, when it's emptying out of the dishwasher, it goes up through the garbage disposal and then back down the drain. That whole process, which is how I found out about the leak. And he said, that's pretty good. Yeah. I said, that's great. Thank you for doing that. He said, that'll be $200. I said, yeah, right. He said, why are you saying that like that? I said, because I've already paid. I've already paid. So I know you can't be asking me to pay you again right now. He said, I haven't received any money from you. I said, no, I paid the referring company and they're supposed to pay you when the job is done. That money is on hold with my credit card company until I say that I approve the job that you did, and then they will release it from the credit card company to pay your referring organization, who will then give you a piece of that money. That's how that works. He said, can't you just cancel that and pay me in cash now? Well, blow me down and call me Popeye. I was just too through with that. I was like, no, because I already did that and I have the proof. It's in my email, not just in my phone, it's in my computer in the email. And I've already been contacted by the credit card company. Did you approve this payment? Blah, 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 blah. All of that days before because he did not complete the job at the time that he was supposed to complete the job. He did eventually complete the job, but not at the time that he was supposed to complete the job. So it's like, it's done. It is so done. He said, oh, so I don't understand. I said, well, you have to talk to them because they've you've already been paid or I have given them the money. He said, well, I have to wait longer to get the money. Mm-hmm. I think that's what you're going to have to do. The reason for hiring a professional is to have someone with some professional attitude and actions. Now he did do a good job. I'll let you know if it wasn't a good job. When I put some dishes in that dishwasher, if it's suddenly like a rain of water coming out from under the bottom. Thus far, though, looks like a good job. And it's not leaking directly from the sink. But then, when he saw he wasn't getting any cash out of me, because I told him I already paid with a credit card. Just like I had to pay extra for that garbage disposal piece. Then he's like packing up his stuff, and oh, okay, I'm gonna clean this stuff up, and I'll get going. And um, are you wanting this part? I said, well, what's this part? Shouldn't have everything that came in that box have gone on the connected to the sink and the garbage disposal in some way? Oh, they had an extra part in there, so this was an extra piece that was in the box. Just like you have an extra sink plunger thing and blase skippy. I said, sure, I want this. I can be very creative with stuff. He said, I can be creative too. I was like, yeah, but I paid for that. Now you expect me to give you this as what, a tip? It's not a donut to eat. Although I can be very creative, I could be very creative and come up with something good to do with this. But I want my receipt. I have one in the email, so he gave me my receipt. He gave me my rebate card because I will get some cash back for paying for this. Um, and then he went and he disposed of the garbage. And I made sure he brought back my white bucket that I had been using under the sink to catch the water. He said, well, in the future, you got my number, so in the future, if you want to call me, you can call me. Just keep my number, and then next time we can just cut out the middleman. Years ago, someone told me, when I was much younger, that integrity is doing the right thing regardless of who's looking at you. Now, I guess he's representing himself. Fine. He did get the bathroom sink cleared out. I'm glad I moved all my stuff out of the way first because it's a mess. That it was a mess, that icky, gunky mess that he pulled out of that sink. And it looks like the kitchen sink is done. And I hope that it really is done properly. Because if it's not, I will be calling that company back and then we'll be going through round two. Um, it's always good if you don't know what you're doing as far as these kind of situations. It is good to call a professional, but for people that are not talented in the building maintenance or plumbing or electrical kind of areas, try to read up a little bit on what should be happening, even though you don't have to tinker around with it yourself, and sit in the general area so they know that you're watching them, making sure they're actually doing a complete job, and don't let people try to sucker punch you out of money. Because, that'll be $200. That sounds like a good amount to charge you. Yeah, $200 for 15 minutes. No, I don't think so. I already paid. That money is on hold. I already done paid. There was an agreement, and we need to stick to that agreement. Do you expect me to go to the money fairy or the money tree out in the front yard? Maybe the money tree out there in the front yard, pull off some hundreds or whatever. And say, here you go. Have a nice day. No. You're paid to do a job. Just do the job you're paid to do. Now I can get back to being able to use my kitchen, hopefully. in the proper way. So this is just my follow-up on my plumbing experience. But that was a trip and a half. And now, shame on me, I don't even feel like cooking right now. Um, because that was just kind of crazy. Um, but I'm glad he's done, you know. But I don't have money to just throw at everything. I just don't. You know, I paid for a service. I was seeking a service online, paid for that service, and I know the small tinkerings of plumbing stuff, which I probably could have handled the bathroom situation if I didn't have that dang pedestal sink, which is it's really cute, but if it was a regular sink with a cabinet, I could have handled that myself. I've handled those kind of jobs. And you don't want to take on something that might potentially really destroy. So I'm glad that he was able to do both of those things. Um, but what do you think about that? Have any of you tried any of those outside maintenance company? Because see, now that I've moved from an apartment into a condo, which honestly, a condo is like an apartment that you own. Maybe that doesn't sound real nice, but keeping it real, it's like an apartment that I own. I lived 2 buildings away when I was renting the apartment. Now I'm here. I own this. I love it. I love the hardwood floors, the crown molding, the ceiling fans, the lighting, the colors, and it's mine. I can come in and close the door and say, okay, this is mine. I'm good. But a part of home ownership is taking care of stuff. If I was in a house, I'd be responsible for everything inside and outside, including the roof and everything. But living here, the roof and outside stuff, I am not responsible for, except for like the windows, around the window framing, that I'd be responsible for because it's specific to my unit. But I'm responsible for the things in the unit, um, like these sinks and the dishwasher that I fixed for $25, whereas a plumber would have charged me $200 to replace that latch on the dishwasher. So there is some good that comes from knowing some things and how to handle some things. So there's dogs really angry outside my window. And just thank you for taking the time to listen to me today. I know I'm kind of rambling on, but I'm kind of hungry now, so I think I'm gonna order a pizza. But I hope you have a great day and be true to yourself and do something good for yourself and your family. Talk to you later.